Now we will discuss about the normalization. What is normalization? They are first normal form, third normal form, fourth normal form, fifth normal form, and Boycott normal form. These are the types of the normalization in DBMS. What is normalization? Normalization is the process of minimizing redundancy. That means redundancy means the duplication. We have to reduce the duplication of the relation in the set of relations. And normal forms are used to eliminate or reduce redundancy. Normal forms is used to reduce the duplication and repetition in the database tables. Redundancy in relation may cause insertion, deletion, and updation. And normalization of DBMS in database management system. Normal forms are the series of guidelines that helps ensure that the design of database is efficient. Efficient means exactly or organized. It is and free from data. There are several levels of normalizations are there. These are the types of the normalization. What is first normal form? This is the most basic level of the normalization. In 1NF, each table cell should contain only single value. For example, one product is there, the price is 20 rupees and 30 rupees. Same product and the price is different. In that cases, we have to split the rows. That means that product name and 20 rupees and that product name and 30 rupees. Like that we have to split the rows. This is about the first normal form. The first normal form helps to eliminate duplicate data and specify queries. And coming to second normal form. In second normal form, before going to second normal form, the table should be in the first normal form. It should be in the first normal form. In second normal form, eliminates redundant data by requiring that each non-key attribute be dependent on the primary key. This means that each column should be directly related to the primary key and not to be and other columns. We will see in the examples. And now third normal form. Before going to third normal form, the table should be in the second normal form. The third normal form builds on second NF by requiring that all non-key attributes are independent of each table. It should not be in dependent form. It should be in the independent form. This means that each column should be directly related to the primary key and not to any other columns in the same table. And in one table only we will take one primary key and not dependent in the other columns in the same table. Coming to Boycott normal form. BCNF is a structure of third normal form that ensures that each determinant in each table is a candidate key, not other words. BCNF ensures that each non-key attribute is dependent only on the candidate key. Coming to the fourth normal form. 4NF is a further refinement of the BCNF that ensures that the table does not contain any multiple values. It should be only single values, not be multiple values. Coming to the last normal form, that is fifth normal form. Fifth normal form is the highest level of the normalization and involves decomposing a table into smaller tables to remove data redundancy and improve data integrity. What are the advantages of the normalization? Why we have to use the normalization? By using normalization, we will reduce the duplication. We will reduce the data duplication, and it eliminates the duplication. It stores the, and if we reduce the duplication data, then the amount of storage space needed and improve database efficiency, improve data consistency. That means normalization ensures that data is stored in a consistent and organized manner. It should be in an organized manner, not in unorganized manner, reducing the risk of data inconsistency and error. So, if the data is proper, then we will the data will be in the efficient, not the risk complexity should be high. The risk complexity should be very low, and the data must be in consistent data, not in inconsistent data. Simplified database designs. Normalization improves guidelines for group organization tables and data relationship, making it easier to design and maintain a database. We will design a simplified database. That means what type of data we have to create. In that manner only we will create the database. In that only we will design a particular database. And next advantage is improved query performance. Normalized tables are typically easier to search and retrieve data from, resulting in faster query performance. It means the performance should be in very high compared to SQL. The MongoDB, that means NoSQL, is very higher. SQL is somewhat lower. Non-SQL MongoDB is very higher, and the performing of MongoDB is very high. The data retrieving in SQL is somewhat slow. Easier database maintenance. Normalization reduces the complexity of a database by breaking it down into smaller, more manageable tables. Makes it easier to add, modify, and delete data. In DBMS, we will create the data, and we will create a database. In that, we will store the data in the form of tables and records and columns, rows and columns. In that, that is our wish, and if we want to insert the data, you can insert the data. If you want to update the data, you can update the data. If you want to delete the data, or if you want to add extra column, that all you will perform in the database. This is the main advantages of the database. And coming to the first normal form example, see here, this is one table. In a relationship contain composite or multi-value attributes. It violates first normal form, or a relation is in first normal form if it does not contain any composite or multi-valued attributes. A relation is in first normal form if every attribute in that relation is single value attribute. In first normal form, the value should be in single value attribute, not in the multi-value attribute. If it is in multi-value attribute, we have to split the values into a single value. So that only this is called first normal form. See here, one table is there. The table is the see here one table is there. In that, first column is student number and second column is student name, and third column is the student phone number, and fourth column is the student state, and fifth column is the student country. And one student is there, that student name is Ram, and he is having the two phone numbers, that is two values, two phone numbers are there. It is multi-valued attribute. In first normal form, it does not allow the multi-value attribute, so that we have to split the phone number two values into in separate rows. See here, this is first number and RAM, this is first phone number, and this is second phone number. It should be stored in the second row. Example 2, ID name courses. ID number 1, name A, courses. He is having the courses C1 and C2, and roll number ID number 2, and name is E, and courses having only one, that is C3, and row ID number 3, name is M, and courses he did C2 and C3. Here ID number 1, ID and number 3, these two IDs having two courses, so this should be converted into first normal form, so that we are splitted the values in different rows. See, ID number 1 course 1, ID number 1 course 2, ID number 2 course 3. In original data also roll ID 2 having only single value, so that as it is it will be taken. In roll ID number 3, course is C2 and C3. This is in the first normal form. Coming to the second normal form. Before coming to second normal form, it should be in the first normal form. See here, this is that you consider table 3 as the following below. Student number 1, course 1, and course fee is 1000. 2, C2 1500. This is the table. See here, in this table, and this is the table. See here, 1, C1, and here course number C1, and the course fee is 1000. See here, the extra column is added, that is course number. As it is, it will be printed. Sum roll number 2 and course number C2, fees 1500, and here course C2, like that. How many rows are there? That records will be printed. This is the master key, and this is a master key, and this is the child key. Depend upon the student number, it will be matched. This is the example 2. Like example 1 only, we have to do the example 2 also. What is third normal form? What is third normal form? A relation is said to be in the third normal form if we did not have any transitive dependency for non-prime attributes. The basic condition it with the first normal form, the relation must be in the second normal form. First it has to say it should be in the second normal form, then only we will convert into the third normal form. See here, x is a super key and y is a prime attribute. This means that element of the y is some part of the candidate key. This is about the third normal form. Coming to the BCNF, that is Boycott normal form. This is the advanced version of the third normal form. Before going to BCNF, it should be in the third normal form. we are having some additional rules in the third normal form. The basic condition of any relation to be in the BCNF, it must be in the third normal form. We will focus some rules in the BCNF. Table must be in the third normal form, and the relationship x to y and x must be in the super key in a relationship. And coming to the fourth normal form. Before coming to fourth normal form, the table must be in the BCNF. It must be in BCNF. It does not have any multi-value dependency. It should be in the only single value dependency. Fourth normal form contains non-trivial multi-value dependency except candidate key. The basic condition with the normal forms, it must be in the relationship in the BCNF. This is the fifth normal form. Last one is the fifth normal form. Relation must be in the fourth normal form, and the relation must not the further no loss decomposed. Applications of the normal form. What are the applications? Data consistency, data redundancy, response time, database maintenance, database designs. Some important topics, some important points about normal forms. These are the normal forms. In your relationship in the BCNF, the 3NF is also satisfied. In all attributes of relation, all prime attributes that relation is always in 3NF. A relation in relational database is also at least in one normal form. What is the conclusion of the normalization? This is the conclusion of the normalization.